MSNBC host Joy Reid is under fire after old posts from her personal blog surfaced in which she expressed anti-gay views. Instead of simply apologizing and having it go away for her previous views, Reid has claimed that they're not hers and she was hacked. Now the FBI is investigating the alleged hacking. For more on this, we go to legal media analyst Lionel tonight. Lionel, MSNBC has got some experience with lying hosts. You can look no further than Brian Williams. It cost him his career. The truth goes a long way in this business. And now the FBI is involved, which opens up, I think, a whole new Pandora's box to this. If somebody's lying, the FBI isn't going to take too kindly to that in their investigation. How do you see this tonight?
Well, I'm sure glad the FBI is investigating this and not Cheryl Atkinson or going after Hillary's servers to go into that. But let's make sure that folks really understand this. MSNBC is not standing by her, and all she had to do, Ed, was say, look, I said this, I made a mistake, who hasn't changed their mind, I'm crazy, whatever. That would have been the end of it. No, she went back into this time travel theory where people who were apparently able to go back into time and change things that were written, which happened to be mirrored and happened to be recorded by this thing called the Wayback Machine, and an identical piece of recordation in the Library of Congress. So this idea that this was done by some kind of hack is beyond specious. But MSNBC and NBC validated the story, didn't just stand up for one of their employees, which is fine, but basically says, no, we, a news organization, are saying that this news is correct, and it defies understanding. She also blasted Rosie O'Donnell and said some very terrible fat-shaming things, and also basically supported Donald Trump, too. That may have gotten her in more problems. I mean, the story is beyond specious.
So what should MSNBC do now that the FBI is involved? I'm sure Comcast doesn't like the idea that agents are going to be in their building possibly asking questions. Should she still be on the air? I mean, does the network have a credibility problem on their hands?
Well, absolutely, by virtue of the fact that, you know, one of the things which they did recently with Sean Hannity was this thing about full disclosure, full disclosure. Look, the issue is not that she changed her mind. But also, what's interesting to note here is that they employ this very kind of a weird Rasputin-y kind of a cyber op person who investigated this. But you have right now NBC, who, by the way, during the Access Hollywood case, they said, we don't know how that was leaked. During the idea of perhaps shelving information and an investigation into Harvey Weinstein, when Dylan Farrow said, I've got this stuff for you, they said, no, we're not interested. Meanwhile, he goes and he wins a Pulitzer. They've got so much to ask because they are a news organization, not a private company necessarily.
Well, quite the fall for Joy Reid. It seems that she has taken the Anthony Weiner line of defense. We'll see how it all works out. He said he was hacked as well. Thank you, Lionel.